Hello student, this video is related to the class 7 English literature chapter 4. Today in this video we will discuss all the questions answers of this chapter. See, there is the first question of this chapter is describe Tippity and her little house. It's very simple. We already I explain you the same answer at the time of explaining the chapter. Who was Tippity? Tippity was a flying squirrel. And what about it's her little house? It was a beautiful tiny house where she lived. And how you will write the answer of this question? She lived in a little box with two partitions. The inner one, her bedroom, was fitted with a little nest of feather and cotton wool and a tiny door LED lead from it into the bigger sitting room where she also dined. And how you will write the answer of its first part? Describe Tippity. Tippity was a flying squirrel. Before of writing this answer, you will write here Tippity was a flying squirrel, tiny flying squirrel. That's you can write. Which face just look like a fox. That's you can write. Okay. Now just see the second question of the same. What was her toilet routine? It's a simple one. When I am explaining you the chapter, the third paragraph of this chapter have the answer of this. And how you will write the answer? Tippity was very particular about her toilet routine. She would sit erect and carefully get to work both her little hands. Beginning with the tip of her nose, she would gradually work over the whole of her face and head. The tail would be her last but by no means her least care. It's a simple one. I'm again repeating it. Tippity was very particular about her toilet routine. She would sit erect and carefully get to work both her little hands. Beginning with the tip of her nose, she would gradually work over the whole of her face and head. The tail would be her last but by no means her least care. What's the meaning of this answer? I already has explained you at the time of explaining the chapter. May you understand well. Now just see the question number C. Which theory did the writer disprove with the help of Tippity? Which theory did the writer disprove with the help of Tippity? Where you will get the answer in the second page of the chapter. Here, the third paragraph have a line. Tippity was a means of my solving a problem in natural history. Actually, she when the writer take her as a pet, she tried to be solved the theory of Himalaya nutcrackers. The same thing we will write in an answer of this question. The Himalayan nutcracker had been credited with the holes one frequently found in walnut in the Himalayas. The writer has disproved this theory with the help of Tippity. May you understand well? The Himalayan nutcracker had been credited with the holes one frequently found in walnuts in the Himalayas. The writer has disproved this theory with the help of Tippity. Now just see the question number D. Why would Tippity sometimes sneeze and splutter while drinking milk? As you know, she was not so good to be drink the milk, and when she drink, she quite sometimes it just reached in her nose. The same thing you will find the answer in this paragraph of this chapter. Flying squirrel, fourth paragraph of the second page of this chapter. How you will write the answer? Tippity was much too ladylike to make any such fuss over her milk. Tippity was much too ladylike to make any such fuss over her milk. She was She was unusually in rather a hurry for it, and consequently nose of her face, that's the word is nose, nose of her face went into the saucer than was intended by nature, with the result that a certain amount of liquid went up her nose and made Tippity sneezy and splutter. May you understand well? Now just see the question number E. What would Tippity do when she felt there was trouble nearby? What she did? She usually just went behind to the dogs, right? As the same how we will write the answer of the question. Tippity would make use of Ruckus tail as a hiding place when she felt there was trouble nearby. Tippity would make use of Ruckus tail as a hiding place when she felt there was trouble nearby. Now just see the question number F. What effect did a good dinner have on her? What effect did a good dinner have on her? Name any 5 things that made up Tippity's diet. Just see the answer of it. After getting good dinner, Tippity slept solidly till the early hours of the morning. That's we see in the chapter. What's the answer of it? After getting good dinner, Tippity slept solidly till the early hours of the morning. And what are the 5 foods of her? Tippity's diet were milk, fruit, custard, pudding and nuts. What was there? Custard. It's a word is D. Custard. In Tippity's diet were milk, fruits, custard, pudding and nuts. May you understand well? Now just see the question number G. Give 2 examples from the passage to show that Tippity was not very choosy when it came to the eating. Give 2 examples. How you will write the answer of the same one? She would make her way to the extreme end of a branch and nibble off the young leaves. As we see in this chapter, as the same we will write here. How it's how she was just looking a choosy animal while at the time of eating. As we can see, she would make her way to the extreme end of the branch and nibble off the young leaves. Just see the second question, second point of the same question. She was quite happy on any tree or shrub and found something to eat on all. How you will write? She was quite happy on any tree or shrub and found something to eat on all. Now just see the next question number 2. Answer these questions with reference to the context. Our first statement is, she frequently complained me that the dogs on an afternoon stroll after being restlessly pulled out of her box. How you will write the answer of the question? Have a first question is, who is she in this sentence? It's a simple one. Tippity is in this sentence. Tippity is she in this sentence. Now just see the question number 2. Why was she restlessly pulled out of her box for the afternoon stroll? Why was she restlessly pulled out of her box for the afternoon stroll? Even it's have a big answer, but in a short, how you will write the answer of it? For jumping along behind, she was restlessly pulled out of her box for the afternoon stroll. Now just see the next question. What would she usually do during those afternoon strolls? How you will write the answer? She frequently accompanied the writer and the dogs pulled out of her box for jumping along behind. It's a simple answer of it. Even you can write more in it after just seeing the paragraph. Which paragraph? Just see this is the paragraph for it. But if you want, then you can write the same thing or that much only in it. Now just see the next question. She very seldom woke me during the night. Have a statement, and what's the question of it? Who is the speaker here, and who is the speaker talking about in this sentence? Who is the speaker? Writer. Writer is the speaker here. He is talking about his pet Tipti, a flying squirrel. Now just see the question number 2. Why would she seldom woke the speaker up? Baby for the play, but we will explain it completely. Tipti was a nocturnal. When she did not eat properly in night, then she would seldom woke the speaker up to play. Okay. Now let's have question number 3. Did she ever woke the speaker up? Yes. Describe the occasion in your own words. That's the same answer as the second one, but quite be changed. No, she seldom woke. What's the question is? Did she ever wake the speaker up? Yes, actually yes. She usually do this. She wake up the speaker up. Then you will write yes here. Yes. She seldom woke the speaker up, usually when she did not eat properly at night. Now just see the read to infer. Our first question is, explain the phrase would have done credit to an animal 10 times of her size. How you will write the answer of it? What's the meaning of it? Its meaning is she can do girl more as the same as the height or in a physically looking like the babies. So same things we will write in our answer. Her growl was so alarming that it was equivalent to the growl of an animal 10 times bigger than her in size. May you understand it? Now just see the question number 2. Why would Tipti get tired up before meals? How did this practice ultimately lead to her death? How you will write the answer? Tipti get up before meals because sometimes while jumping here and there, her tail may pass through the soup and tail spoil the taste. If the tail will be moved from in the soup, then definitely it will spoil the taste. The same answer you will write for the question, first part of the question, and it's have a second question is, how did this practice ultimately lead to her death? In the last stanza of the at the time of explanation, I told you the answer of it, that you will write in your in this way you will write the answer of it. She had been tied up just before dinner, but somehow the end of the chair had got unfastened from the leg from the leg of the chair. She hopped about on the boards of the veranda and dragged her chain behind her. There was a fox nearly who had poor Tipti in its restless jaws. May you understand well it? Now this discussion, that's all will done by yourself. Just think about it, search about it, and try to be completed yourself. Thank you.